Welcome back to the Crack Mug. It's good to have you here. Blueberries have been around for thousands of years. First enjoyed by the Native Americans for their flavor and health benefits. They grew wild until the early 20th century when they were first cultivated, leading to these beautiful, plump, sweet berries available to us nowadays. Cobblers in America date back to 1607, when the first English settlers arrived and established the Jamestown colony in Virginia. They were a little homesick and missing their traditional suet puddings.
It wasn't until the 1800s when the cobblers we know today began to take shape.
And they covered stewed fruit with a layer of a dumpling-like dough. It's this patchwork of dough that reminded them of the cobble streets of home, hence the name cobbler, or so legend has it. These historical dishes have evolved into the cobbler we know today, with as many variations as there are opinions on who makes the best cobbler. By the 19th century, cobblers like blueberry and peach have become beloved American desserts, especially in the glorious South. Though I'm not from the South, but I am from the south of Ireland, and that must count for something. Let's get in that kitchen and make a blueberry cobbler by a legitimate southerner. Let's start by taking a bowl, a large bowl, and dumping our blueberries in there. Here I have about 4.5 cups of blueberries, that's 700 grams. To that we're going to add 1 tablespoon lemon juice, 1 tablespoon of grated lemon zest. We're going to toss the two of these together. And they are glistening. The lemon really helps bring out the brightness of the blueberry. To that we're going to add 1/3 cup sugar, that's 70 grams, and 1 tablespoon of plain all-purpose flour. Let's toss these together again till they're nicely coated. Now let's set this aside. In a bowl I have 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, that's 230 grams. To that I'm going to add 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1.5 tablespoons of sugar, that's 19 grams, 2.5 teaspoons of baking powder, that's 9 grams, and I'm going to mix these together just to combine them. Here I have 85 grams, that's 6 tablespoons of cold unsalted butter, and I did my usual thing. I chopped it up, used a little of the pre-measured flour, and put it back in the refrigerator, making it very easy to handle. In it goes. We are going to cut that into the flour. I'm using a pastry cutter. And we're looking for something like coarse meal. Remember to wipe the butter off your cutter or your fork. That took about 3 minutes. So it's quite well worked in. There are a few pea-sized pieces in there, but that is perfectly fine. To that, I'm going to add 3/4 cup of heavy cream. That's 180 milliliters. And I'm gently going to fold that in. We just want to get everything moistened. We're not making, a bread dough here. We just want it to be able to come together and stick together, so I can form it into little patties to put on top of the blueberries. All right, that is enough of that. It's just combined. It looks raggedy and dry, but once I can pick it up, I should flour my hands first, and be able to shape it into a little patty, that's all I need. No need to add more liquid to this. All right, let's get our blueberries. For my baking dish, I'm using a circular one that has quite a high edge to it. It needs to be capable of holding 6 cups, and that's 1.4 liters. Final stir. Let's get those in there. With clean hands, let's make some lovely cobble-shaped dumplings to go on top of this. About 2 inches or so in width, about 1 inch thick, and we're just going to place them in there. We're going to put them side by side so that the blueberry juice and sauce bubbles up around the edge. It's going to look quite rustic. I'm adding a tiny amount of sugar to the top of our little dumplings here. Not much though, literally total 1/4 teaspoon, if that. We are going to pop this into our preheated oven, which is at 375 degrees Fahrenheit. That's 190 degrees Celsius for about 35 or 40 minutes. But I'm going to come back and start checking it after 30 minutes. We'll be back. Oh my. Oh my God, it smells so good. That little bit of sugar on top has created a lovely crust. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I want to eat it right now. But I will wait for 10 or 15 minutes. All right, I've waited 20 minutes. That's the longest I can wait. It is time for me to get some of this. Oh my God. Look at those blueberries. Come to me. Now, this needs nothing else. However, let's put a little something on it. You can use, it's your pie, it's your business. You can have maybe a scoop of vanilla ice cream. Perfectly soft. Or you may choose to have some lovely whipped cream. I'll put a little dab of that over there. I skipped breakfast this morning and I skipped lunch. So I think this is a perfect mid-afternoon meal. So I'm just adding a few fresh blueberries. There. Oh. Blueberries, they're good for you. Isn't it beautiful? Oh my God, blueberries, the power of blueberry. Well, I have my cup of tea and I'm ready to give this a try. I have a feeling it might be quite nice. We'll see. I'm just going to go straight in for the blueberry first. Oh my goodness. The blueberry flavor pops. And I think that's because of the, well, one, they're nice blueberries, but also because of that lemon juice and the lemon zest we used. Let's try some of this biscuit with a little bit of ice cream and a blueberry. So lucky. Oh my God. I could make biscuits out of that dough and just bake it up and eat it. The little bit of sugar we put on top has a lovely crunch to it. Makes a difference. Don't skip it. Crust is rich, very light, creamy, absolutely spectacular. It really is amazing. This is such a wonderful dessert. You can have it too. Make it. It's very simple. Misbehaving here in my excitement. This is wonderful. I have to stop eating it because this is dangerous to leave me alone with. I wish I could give you some. I seriously do. Simple to throw together. I think you will love it. Absolutely love it when you make it. So please do make it. I'm sure somewhere in the South, somebody is saying, honey, come over here and look at what this fool thinks is a cobbler. Bless his heart. Let it be. It's fine. Whatever it is, it's delicious. Okay? Please like, comment, and support my channel. I would really appreciate it. Just click that little button right there under the screen that says I like this. Pass a remark. Hopefully a positive one. All right. That's it. Until next time, mind yourself. Bye.